procedures and works that could help him better, make him better. But and from the knowledge preparation, I think it would help him.
Okay, so you could ask more about the post-op care. Okay.
Yes, and I mean that in the part of information giving, one part of it is that establishing initially what the patient already knows. It's good
Okay.
that.
Okay. Good. Okay. Uh, okay.
And
Hop.
also, he could ask at the end of the speaking that further investigation the patient.
Sorry, you were cut off, I think.
He could ask what further information the patient needs to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's about actually information gathering. Okay. Or information giving. Uh, okay. Right. Okay. Anyone else? Any other
I
comments?
Yes, I think the checking understanding of a patient was weak.
Mm-hmm. Uh, checking understanding. Uh, did you ask the patient, or do you understand, or are um, you with me, or do you understand me, or is that okay? I mean, when you're giving information, did you check that with the patient, saying,
No, I don't
okay?
remember this.
And that's what we call a chunking and checking. Okay, right. Okay. Um, so another fact is that well, you actually didn't exactly ask what do you mean by shortness of breath or why difficulty speaking. I mean, um, you didn't explore that. You didn't ask more questions. If it happens all the time, is it worse at night, in the morning? So that was the patient's concern, basically. Okay, the patient's concern was the breathing and voice. So we need to explore that. Okay, we need to explore. Um, okay, so how do we explore it? We say, okay, when does it happen, and is it very bad? Is there anything associated with it? Is it anything you do to make it better or worse? Okay, so we need to explore that a little bit. And that way, the patient becomes more reassured. If you don't ask too many questions, then the patient thinks that, well, how could you know that there's nothing wrong with me? You didn't even examine me, or you didn't even ask me any questions. How do you know? And that's I'm going to be okay. Yeah, does that make sense? Is that okay?
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, so just a few grammatical mistakes that you can have a look later. These are the ones that I suggest you have a look at them later and see um, if you don't know what's wrong, then we discuss them. Okay.
Okay.
So do we have any uh, volunteers for another task?
Yes, doctor. I'm volunteer for role of doctor.
Okay, so who's going to be the patient?
Yeah.
Patient?
Good patient, please.
Okay. So
Okay.
is the patient? Okay. Uh,
Yes.
right. So that's the second task. If you have a look and have a look for 1 minute. Okay. Is the doctor and Is the patient. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Excuse me, I can't download the file. Can you bring down your? Uh, yes, thank you.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Uh, hello. Nice to meet you again. How are you feeling today?
Hello, doctor. I has been admitted to the hospital because of bronchitis, and because I am a heavy smoker and I live with my two children. I prefer to quit smoking. Can you help me? How can I do it?
I'm so sorry to hear that. Before we go further, I would like to ask you a couple of questions about your situation, about your condition. It will help me to make a clearer picture of your condition. Is that okay with you?
Sure, doctor.
Okay. First of all, how old?
Doctor?
I think it's been cut off on the phone.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
These days, internet is very bad.
Okay.
Okay. Start
Okay.
again.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And how old are you?
I am 52.
And what are you doing for a living?
I am an accountant.
An accountant. Okay. And how many years do you smoking? Have you been
Ab-
smoking?
About 15 years.
15 years. Okay. Uh, is there any other problem, any other condition like diabetes, heart disease, and any similar condition for you?
Mm, No, doctor, I don't think so. That I didn't check before.
Uh, do you take any medication?
No, doctor.
Okay. And how about exercise? Do you exercise regularly?
No, doctor. I am so busy and I can't do any exercise. Only I walk from my home to my work.
Neither all of us are busy. I understand. And about the diet, how about your diet?
I eat healthy because I take my lunch uh, from home, and also I don't drink alcohol, and I don't drink Coca-Cola like this. And at home, always I eat also healthy diet like vegetables and like this.
Okay. As you know, you are diagnosed with bronchitis. Have you ever heard anything about bronchitis?
Uh, yes, I heard that it is because of smoking, and I am very worried about this problem because I have two children. I must work, and I must living for them. So I am here to help me to quit smoking.
I totally understand your situation, and as you told me, there is a strong link between smoking and bronchitis. So I think there is time for quitting smoking. Have you ever tried for quitting smoking?
Yes, I have tried several times, but every time it was unsuccessful.
Okay, I have a good suggestion for you. You can our hospital run a routine program for quitting smoking, and I can tell you that that many patients have succeed in quitting smoking. So if you could participate in this program, uh, it will help you to quit smoking. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, if can you explain more about these methods?
Yes. In this method, there are many people like you with your similar condition with you, and they have a strong motivation for quitting, and it causes increase your motivation, and on the other hand they will give you some special medication that prevent your tendency to smoking. Mm, is it do you have any question regarding this matter?
No, doctor, thank you. Can you give
Okay.
me a brochure about this?
Yes, here is
Okay,
some brochure for you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh, brochure.
Brochure.
Brochure. Yeah. What is
Brochure.
that? How do you? Yeah. That's like that. Okay. Uh, right. So the doctor was okay. Well,
Yes.
how do you feel? What do you think?
I think I could do better if I didn't have more hesitation. If I aren't in hurry.
Okay. So because you felt rushed and you felt that
Rush.
you
Yes.
okay. So um, what did you do well?
I think I acted well in greeting and
Okay.
gathering information, and also chunking and checking,
Okay. Chunking and checking. Okay. What else was good?
and empathy.
Empathy. So you showed empathy.
Empathy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What else?
Uh, I haven't any other matter in my mind.
Okay. Anything that could be done differently or better?
Yes, giving information should be must be better.
Okay. What else? Do you think your conversation was structured enough? And do you think you did signposting?
I think I should act better in signposting and having a structure.
Okay. Uh, how? What do you mean? I mean, where could you do differently?
Because it is because I didn't follow a regular and a regular a regular way in my interview.
Okay. So you didn't have a structure, basically. Did you do any summarizing?
Yes.
No.
No. I was weak in summarizing.
Okay. So basically, your greeting and your information gathering was good. Now, did you actually do you know how many a day the patient smokes? Because the patient said I'm heavy smoker. Do you know how many a day?
No, he didn't ask.
Didn't ask. You just ask how many years have you been smoking, and the patient said 15 years, but you didn't actually ask how many a day. And basically, heavy smoker has a meaning. We need to explore that. And also, when was the patient hospitalized? When was the patient discharged? Anything? No? Okay. So how about the family? Because you mentioned the patient mentioned that the lives with a wife and two children. Okay.
Yes.
And what is their opinion about the smoking or okay. So you explored very well. You explored exercise and diet and everything. You could ask if you're overweight or if your weight is your ideal weight. Um, you could explore more the children's situation, how old they are, and if he smokes at home or if he smokes outside. That's probably significant. Okay, so whenever it is children, uh, we always explore further about the situation of children. Okay, so what was the patient's reason for coming to the surgery? What was the agenda?
Uh, the patient the patient was worried about side effects of bronchitis, side effect her condition.
Okay, so
So her agenda was seeking solution for prevention further complication,
okay, so your
and
agenda is.
also quitting smoking.
That's right. That's the main thing. So basically, you need to focus on that. The real reason the patient is here is because he wants to quit smoking, but he cannot. Okay, um, you did actually finally give him the options that there are different options that you can do. You can attend a hospital, the smoking cessation or that sort of thing. Okay, right. How about others? What do you think? Do you think there was anything that could be done differently? Others?
No, you mentioned all of them.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Okay. Before I ask you. Okay. Right.
I think doctor has a lot of hesitation,
Yes.
and he is not good fluent at speaking and asking the question.
Right. Okay. Uh, all right. Yeah. What else? Uh, anything else? Hesitation. Okay. Right, guys, you can have a look at these later. Okay. If you have any difficulty, I can tell you what are you doing for a living. What do you do for a living, actually? So we don't actually use uh, continuous form or Coca-Cola. We don't. We usually say soda uh, in English. We say, "Do you take any soda?" Um, I'm very worried, and several times our hospital runs a routine program. Many patients have succeeded. So there are some tense problems. I think you need to work on your tenses, on the structure of the tenses. You are using the tenses properly, but the structure is not correct. You need to work on that. Okay.
Yes.
Um, right. Special medication that prevents. Okay. Uh, and for brochure, we usually say leaflet. Okay. In short form, we call that pills or patient information leaflets. If you search for that, you will have a lot of pills. And actually, they're so good because they explain the illnesses in lay people's language, basically. So you would know how to explain to patients that if you search for pills, you will see a lot of patient information leaflets. Oh, and by the way, I just remembered you mentioned here Adam's apple gland. No, actually, everybody. I mean, people just say thyroid gland. Everybody know that. Okay, we don't say Adam's apple gland.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
okay, so now here, um, now I want to volunteer as a patient. So I run one of these consultations. Which one do you like me to run as a doctor? First one or second one?
I think this first one is better.
First one is better. Okay. Uh, who wants to be the patient? Volunteer for patient for first one.
Okay.
Is that you want me or I should be?
Uh, sorry, is that
Yes, doctor. We have some rules that it's applied one by one, and I think now is Dr. or me, one of us.